currently have 40 shows across 12 different networks. 10 of them are going towards air. 2 films this year. I did Moses is the Black. I produced that. I played Balrog in Street Fighter. I have a UK-based television show, Fightland. It's coming to stars. It's currently filming. I have a Fox Nation, 50 Ways to Catch a Killer, streaming now.
All right, let's talk about the kind of situation that makes the entire internet drop everything. Grab popcorn and say, nah, this can't be real. Because when you hear 50 Cent just secured a rumored $75 million deal with Hulu tied to a documentary storm involving T.I. and Tiny, this isn't just news, okay? This is the kind of headline that shakes the timeline like an earthquake. Because, let's be honest, this isn't just about money. This is about power, positioning, and straight-up chess moves at the highest level of entertainment. And if there's one person who knows how to turn chaos into a payday, it's 50. The same man who's built an entire empire off storytelling, controversy, and perfectly timed responses is now right in the middle of a situation that already had the internet side-eyeing everything now. Picture this. The internet is already buzzing, people arguing, debates going left and right, and then suddenly, boom, word drops about a massive deal. It's not a small one, not a casual one. We're talking numbers so big they make people blink twice. And just like that, the narrative flips from what's going on to wait, who's really winning here? Because now the conversation isn't just about the documentary anymore. It's about the timing, the strategy, the way everything seems to line up just a little too perfectly. And when things line up like that, people start asking questions. Big ones. And of course, the moment 50 Cent even hints at a response, yeah, the internet loses it. Screenshots flying, captions going crazy, people breaking down every word like it's a coded message. Because with him, it's never just a reaction. It's a statement. But here's where it gets even crazier. Because this isn't just a business move. It's personal for some people. It's controversial for others. And for the rest of the internet, it's pure entertainment with stakes that feel way bigger than just a documentary deal. Because now the real question isn't just, did this happen? It's, what does this actually mean for everyone involved? And trust me, what people started noticing next. All right, let's rewind this whole situation before it turned into a full-blown internet spectacle. Because trust me, this didn't just appear out of nowhere like some random headline. Nah, this has been building in the background like pressure in a sealed container. And the moment it popped, it went everywhere. Now, if you know anything about 50 Cent, you already understand one thing. He doesn't just move. He calculates. Every post, every response, every move feels like part of a bigger plan. This isn't somebody who accidentally ends up in the middle of chaos. This is somebody who uses chaos. And that's exactly why the moment his name got tied to this situation, people immediately knew this wasn't going to stay quiet. Let's talk about the environment leading up to this. Conversations were already brewing around T.I. and Tiny whispers. Debates, opinions flying around from all directions. It wasn't new, but it also wasn't settled. It was one of those topics that sits in the background until something pushes it back into the spotlight. And then, that push happens not suddenly. Discussions start getting louder. Clips, commentary, old conversations. Resurfacing the internet, doing what it does best. Digging, connecting, speculating. Nothing fully confirmed, nothing completely clear. But enough noise to get people paying attention again. Now here's where things start getting interesting. Because right in the middle of all that noise, 50 Cent's name starts floating into the conversation. Not loudly at first, just mentions, hints, people wondering if he's going to say something. And if you know his history, you already know. He doesn't stay silent for long, but instead of jumping in immediately, there's a pause. And that pause, it makes everything even louder. Because now people are waiting, watching, anticipating. And when the internet starts waiting for a response from someone like 50, That's when the tension really builds. Then comes the rumor that flips everything. The deal, and not just any deal. We're talking numbers so big they don't even sound real at first. $75 million. Kind of number doesn't just get attention. It demands attention. Because now, this isn't just about conversations or controversy. It's about business, strategy, and power moves happening behind the scenes. And the moment that number starts circulating, oh, the internet explodes. People are like, wait, hold on, is this real? How did this even happen? Because now the narrative isn't just about what's being said, it's about who's benefiting from it. And once money enters the conversation, everything changes. Now fans are split instantly. One side saying, this is genius. He turned a messy situation into a massive opportunity. The other side, not so impressed. They're questioning the timing, the motive, the entire situation. Like, how does something this big happen right when the conversation is heating up? And let's not forget, this isn't just about 50 Cent alone. Because now T.I. and Tiny are directly connected to the narrative whether they respond or not. And when your name gets pulled into something this big, oh, you don't get to just ignore it. The internet is going to keep asking questions until they feel like they've got answers, even if those answers aren't actually confirmed. Meanwhile, social media is doing what it always does, amplifying everything. TikTok breakdowns, Twitter debates, Instagram posts turning into full comment wars. Everybody has a take, everybody has a theory, and nobody is staying quiet. And through all of this, there's still no clear confirmation. Just speculation, reactions, and a narrative that's getting bigger by the minute. Because at this point, it's no longer just about whether the deal is real. It's about what it represents. Power, influence, control over the narrative. And just when people think they've got a handle on what's happening, that's when 50 Cent finally starts to respond. And trust me, that's where everything changes. And just like that, the moment everybody was waiting for finally hits. Because the second 50 Cent even hints at a response, the entire internet goes into overdrive. We're not talking about a simple reaction either. We're talking about the kind of energy that makes people screenshot, repost, zoom in, and start breaking things down like it's a coded message hidden in plain sight. Now, here's the thing about 50. He doesn't just respond, he performs. Every caption, every post, every little jab comes with layers. And the moment he steps into the conversation, it's no longer just a discussion. It becomes an event. Because now people aren't just asking what's happening. They're watching how he's playing it. The reactions, instant chaos. TikTok lights up with breakdowns, creators acting like analysts explaining what this really means. Twitter, oh, it's a battlefield. Threads everywhere. People arguing like it's a championship debate. Instagram comments, straight madness, fans, critics, spectators all talking at once, like nobody plans on logging off anytime soon. And let's talk about the tone for a second, because this is where it gets messy. Some people are laughing, saying 50 just pulled off the ultimate power move, turning controversy into cash like it's second nature. Others, not amused at all. They're questioning everything, the timing, the motive, the entire situation. Like, is this business or is this something deeper? Then come the memes. Once the memes hit, it's over. People comparing 50 to a WWE villain cashing in mid-match, saying he just turned the entire situation into a storyline where he's the main character. Others calling it Marvel-level strategy, like he just entered the scene in the final act and flipped the entire plot. And somehow, both comparisons feel accurate. But here's where things start getting complicated. Contradictions. Because while one side is convinced this is a genius move, another side starts poking holes in the narrative. Where's the confirmation? Is that number even real? Are we reacting to facts or just rumors? And suddenly, the confidence people had starts cracking. Because now it's not just about the deal anymore. It's about whether the story itself is solid. And when the foundation gets questioned, everything built on top of it starts shaking. Meanwhile, T.I. and Tiny's names are getting pulled deeper into the conversation. Whether they've said anything or not, they're part of the narrative now. And you already know how the internet works. Silence doesn't mean peace. It means speculation. People start asking, why haven't they responded? Are they ignoring it? Or is something happening behind the scenes? And just like that, the spotlight gets bigger. It's no longer focused on one person, it's spreading across everyone connected to the situation. And the more it spreads, the harder it becomes to control. Then come the so-called insiders. You already know the type. Random accounts popping up, claiming they've got the real story, dropping vague hints like, y'all don't even know what's really going on. And of course, people eat it up instantly because mystery. That's what keeps the drama alive. Now the conversation shifts again. It's not just about what's visible. It's about what might be happening behind the scenes. Deals, negotiations, conversations nobody's hearing, all of it becoming part of the narrative. Whether it's confirmed or not, and through all of this, 50 keeps the energy controlled. Not overly loud, not overly quiet, just enough to keep people watching. And that kind of presence, it's powerful. Because now every move feels intentional. Every response feels strategic. But here's the part that really keeps things spinning. The lack of clarity. Because no matter how many reactions, posts, or theories get thrown around, nobody can fully confirm what's true. And that uncertainty, it fuels everything. Because when people don't have answers, they don't wait. They create their own. And those created narratives, they spread faster than anything factual ever could. At this point, the situation isn't just a story anymore. It's a full-blown spectacle, one that's evolving by the minute, shifting with every new post, every new reaction, every new theory that enters the chat. And just when it feels like the chaos has reached its peak, something changes. Not loud, not obvious, but enough to make people pause and rethink everything again. Because what happens next? Yeah, that's when the entire narrative starts falling apart. And just like that, everything starts shifting AGAIN. But this time, it's not loud chaos, not memes flying every second, not people screaming in comment sections like it's the finals of an internet championship. Nah, this shift is different. It's quieter, heavier. The kind of shift where people stop reacting for a second and start thinking. Because now the question isn't just, did this deal happen? It's, what does this whole situation actually mean? And that's a completely different level of conversation. Because once people move past the headlines and start looking at the bigger picture, oh, that's when things get interesting. Some fans who were hyped at first are now stepping back like, hold on, we might have jumped too fast. Not saying the deal isn't real, not saying it is either. Just realizing that the internet built a whole narrative before getting clear answers. And when that realization hits, confidence turns into caution real quick. Meanwhile, others are doubling down. They're like, nah, this is exactly what it looks like, a power move. And honestly, from that perspective, it makes sense. Because 50 Cent has built a reputation on turning moments into opportunities. So whether it's confirmed or not, people believe it fits his pattern. And that's where things get tricky. Because now the story isn't just about facts. It's about perception. And perception, oh, it's way more powerful than confirmation. Because once people decide what they believe, they stick with it. Now, let's talk about the ripple effect. Because this is where the situation really starts showing its impact. It's not just about one deal or one response anymore. It's about how this changes everything moving forward. How people view the industry, how they interpret future moves. How quickly narratives can be built and spread without solid ground underneath them. Because, let's be honest, this whole situation moved fast. One minute it was whispers. Next minute it was a $75 million headline. And suddenly it felt like the biggest story on the internet. And now, people are realizing just how quickly things can escalate without full clarity. Meanwhile, T.I. and Tiny are still part of the conversation whether they've spoken or not. And that silence, it carries weight. Because in situations like this, silence doesn't stop the narrative. It lets it grow. People start filling in blanks, creating their own versions of events, building theories that feel real, even when they're not confirmed. And through all of this, 50 Cent remains exactly where he wants to be, at the center of attention. But not overwhelmed by it. Controlled, calculated, letting the conversation move while he stays one step ahead of it. And that kind of positioning, it's not accidental. But here's where everything really starts to come together. It's because now people aren't just reacting to the situation, they're reflecting on it. Looking back at how quickly opinions formed, how fast narratives spread, how easily the internet can turn a rumor into a full-blown storyline. And that reflection changes the energy completely. Now it's less about who's right and more about what actually happened. And without clear answers, that question just sits there unanswered, keeping the conversation alive. Then comes that final twist. Not a huge reveal, not a dramatic confrontation. Just a subtle shift. A moment that makes people pause one last time. Maybe it's a new detail. Maybe it's a different perspective. Maybe it's just the realization that the truth might not be as simple as people thought. And suddenly, the story doesn't feel finished anymore. Because instead of a clear ending, we're left with possibilities. Different directions this could go, different outcomes that could unfold, different truths that could eventually surface. And that uncertainty, that's what keeps people watching. Because if there's one thing the internet has proven over and over again, it's this. Stories like this don't end when you expect them to. They evolve, they shift, they come back when you least expect it. So now we're left here, with a situation that started as a headline, turned into a spectacle, and ended up as a question mark. And based on how everything unfolded, yeah, don't be surprised if this isn't the last time we hear about it. Now, let's be real. If you made it through this level of chaos, twists, and internet madness, you're officially part of the story now. There's no sitting on the sidelines after this, because this wasn't just a headline. This turned into a full-blown spectacle with money, power moves, and enough confusion to keep the entire timeline arguing for days. And the wildest part? We still don't have a clean answer, so don't sit there thinking this is over. Oh no, stories like this don't end. They reload. One new post, one unexpected response, one behind-the-scenes detail leaking out. And boom! We right back in meltdown mode like nothing ever calmed down. You already know how fast the internet flips. It's quiet today. It's chaos tomorrow. Now I need you to speak up and don't play neutral either. Do you think this was a genius move by 50 Cent, turning everything into a massive payday? Or do you feel like the whole situation is still too unclear to call and people jumped the gun way too fast? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because let's be honest, that comment section is about to be a full-on debate arena. And I already know y'all coming with opinions loaded. And listen, if you like staying ahead of the drama before it fully explodes, go ahead and smash that like button, like it owes you money. Don't tap it politely, don't hesitate. Smash it, because that tells us you want more of this raw, unfiltered, no holding back breakdowns delivered straight to your screen. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too, because missing the next update? Yeah, that's not happening. This story is still unfolding, and when the next twist hits, and trust me, it will, you're gonna want front row seats, not secondhand info from somebody else's page. Stay locked in so you never miss it. Single second of the madness. Stay sharp, stay curious, and stay ready. This is Secret Scoop, where the drama hits first and the truth gets messy. It's messy.